On April the 12th, 1912, the ocean liner RMS Titanic sank to the icy bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, ending 1,500 lives. 73 years later, in 1985, the wreck was discovered at a depth of 12,500 feet.
I'm looking down and there's the ocean's floor. And my eyes are following that ocean floor out in front of me. There was the bow of the Titanic. And I'm like, wow!
Littered all through the wreckage and on the surrounding seabed lay everyday objects, hats, tools, dinnerware, clothes, the stuff of life. Today, thanks to sonic imaging, every inch of the wreck has been scanned and analysed. Every known artefact logged, mapped and captured. Each date point on the map is also a story in itself, a touchstone that reveals a detail of a human life.
Coming face to face with a piece of history and how it connects with us, there's nothing more powerful than that.
Titanic, Stories from the Deep, tells the stories of lost artifacts recovered from the wreck itself or the seabed surrounding the wreck, the story of its reclamation, the story of the very real people who once owned it or worked with it.
Most of our books came from a 17-year-old passenger named Edgar Samuel Andrews. He was British, so these are basically his school books. And a lot of the books did have an inscription, so he had just basically dumped all these things into his suitcase and had finished school, and he was headed out to have fun. Sadly, he did not survive the sinking.
In this dramatic series, the recovered artifact is brought face to face with today's relatives of the long-past owner of the artifact. And in this emotional meeting, we learn whether the owner of the artifact survived or perished with the sinking of the Titanic. This paper airplane was found in a leather case marked with the initials FP. By analysing the other contents of the case, including a postcard from a Parisian perfume shop, researchers determined that FP was Franz Poulbaum, a machinist working in a fairground on Coney Island who was in Paris on business.
You have the instructions, you have the plane box, and all the pieces of the airplane.
The airplane was likely a gift for his 5-year-old son. Using 30 years of meticulously documented research, historical reenactments, and good old-fashioned shoe leather detective work, this series is a new look at the emotional toll of the world's favourite maritime disaster to create more than a television series. Titanic, Stories from the Deep, will be a television event.